Howdy! Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing well. Coming from you live from the Generation K office building. It's actually a nice little duplex that we have converted, with a sweet big old screen. As you see, got some nice lights in the corners, kind of make it a cool vibe that makes it a little more interesting, I think. But coming at you with the word allocentric. I think this is a very, very cool word. I probably learned this word like other words like altruistic and stuff in biology, but I never learned really altruistic. So the definition of allocentric. The definition of allocentric is having one's interest and attention centered on other persons. Compare. So I don't know if it's like comparing yourself to other people. I think you never want to do that. You never want to compare yourself to other people, because when you do that, like if you compare yourself to a friend who makes more money, or you compare yourself to a media celebrity who makes more money than you, you're always going to feel bad about yourself. So don't compare yourself to other people. That's something I don't think is really taught, It's just something humans naturally do, and it makes you feel bad about yourself. So don't compare. Be happy. Be concerned with the interests of others more than one's own. So if I'm concerned about your interests, and ask you questions, that's going to be so much better than being someone who is like comparing myself to you and being jealous of you, or whatever the case may be. So some cool synonyms are altruistic, generous, selfless, egocentric, and geocentric. I think like Mother Teresa was a very generous, selfless, exocentric or geocentric type person. I mean, not geocentric. This word allocentric also can do with like geocentrism, like spatial areas. I'm not really sure I did that. That definition didn't really ring a bell with me. I'm not really smart enough to think about the spatial aspects of the word allocentric. But I'm just going to talk about how this word is found in my own life and could be found more, or I could become more allocentric. I think it's really good to be allocentric. Clearly, you're generous, you're giving. So at the gym, I am very not allocentric. I'm like decentric. I just focus on myself and not on others. I think about my employees and trying to put them first before myself, so I feel like I'm kind of allocentric at work. When I'm with my friends, for sure, try to be allocentric, try to ask them questions. Don't rely on them to like reach out to me. And I find like I've learned from this gentleman that if you want a burger, the best way to get that burger is to buy someone else a burger, and then eventually they'll buy you a burger in the future. So it's a really interesting way to think about things. I think when I go out and talk to new people, I ask them questions, learn about them, talking about them first before talking about myself. I try to schedule my employees and give them any days off that they need before my own needs. So if they have something like they need a day off, I'll put them on that day off, and then I'll work that day if I have to. And then I try to make my friends happy, whether it's playing games that they want to play or doing something that they want to do. And this is a tough one for me. I've always been very like in control and wanting to do what I want to do. So putting other people's desires first was not easy. I'm still kind of working on this. It's not always easy to do stuff other people are passionate about, but if you do it, then they'll be more likely to do stuff you're passionate about. So really about myself at the gym. When I schedule employees for their days off, that's when I'm being or feeling allocentric. Makes me feel good. When I am doing things other people want to do, feel allocentric. All right, why am I being or feeling allocentric? I think it feels good to ask people questions and show interest in them and what they're doing. Likely they will take interest to you and ask you questions later in the interaction. I think it's good for my employees, to put them first, makes them feel good, happier to come to work on days I schedule them. And then I think it feels good, to do things that make people around you happy. You feel kind, you feel nice, you feel fun. Fun in the sun, right? It's a beautiful sunny day here in Minnesota today. I think, how do I feel? Well, I feel happy, fun, interested, inquisitive, generous, motivating, excited, fun, happy, kind, relaxed, in control. Those are just some of the descriptive words of how I feel when I'm being allocentric. And then I feel like how or what to do to improve. I think I ask more penetrating questions, get to the core of people. I think also doing some type of volunteer work would be kind of a good idea to become more allocentric and like put others first, put people in the community first. And then talk to employees more and ask how they are really doing. Again, and asking more penetrating questions to make sure they're doing good and works good and they have everything that they need to do a better job. Then finally be more inquisitive and trying to put others first, be even more community focused in any situation, whether you're at McDonald's or you're at a bar or hang out with friends, just anywhere, try to be more allocentric and maybe share my views of religion with people, just say, hey, what do you believe in, how to have those conversations. I think that's the best way to kind of put that seed in people and see where that seed grows into, because I do believe in God and I have accepted Him in my life, and so I'm not like obsessed with it, but I think it's important to kind of share that with people because it's kind of that fourth step into getting out of depression, and definitely want to share that with people. So I hope you will check out our website, generationk.com. Hope you'll share how you're feeling allocentric in the comments below. And if you ever want to get involved or help with that Generation K, that's generation with a 3, not an E, just send us an email. Love to work with you. Peace.